For the month of November, I've released the app Touch Fu, which is now available on the iPhone. It's a kung fu arcade game that utilizes only 2 buttons to kick lots of butts. The aesthetics of the game were inspired by Kung Fu on the NES, and the gameplay was inspired by One Finger Death Punch on Xbox Live Indie Games and Steam. With every monthly project that I work on, I usually try to push myself outside of my comfort zone in some little way. And I remember thinking with Touch Fu, I wanted to do something more actiony and reflex-based, as most of my projects tend to lean towards a more deliberate style of play or more puzzle-based gameplay. And Touch Fu was a nice way for me to break out of that comfort zone. I spent a lot of time making the game feel juicy, which is a term in game development that refers to making the game feel alive and responsive. It's giving the user a ton of feedback for very little input. You can see my attempts in-game when you kick and punch your opponents. There's screen shakes, camera zooms, particle effects, flames on your fist and feet, time slow effects, and insane knockbacks. So for every tap that you make on screen, you're getting all of this feedback that hopefully makes you as a user feel really powerful. What's great about all of this juicy code that I've written is that I can reuse it in my future projects, like my project for December. Another way that I've gone out of my comfort zone is with the 3D modeling. I use a 3D modeling tool called Cubicle, where everything you build inside of it needs to be built with cube primitives. You can think of it as 3D pixels, or for most kids nowadays, like building something in Minecraft. This project has more 3D models than all of my previous projects combined, and what that really helped me with was just getting comfortable building things in 3D and improving my skills with that tool. My app for December actually looks like it'll have even more 3D content than Touch Fu, which I'm really excited about. The third way in which I've gone out of my comfort zone with this project is with the audio. I actually didn't even do the audio for this game. Audio is one of my weakest aspects as an independent developer, and I have a hard time making a game sound the way I kind of imagine it to sound in my head. I was lucky enough to find someone who was genuinely interested in doing the sound for me. So it was my first time collaborating with someone and having a lot of back and forth between us on how we wanted the game to sound. And I can honestly say that the game sounds a lot better than I could have ever imagined.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Click on the link in the description to check out Touch Fu on the App Store now, and next week I'll have a video of people playing it and their reactions to the game.